You know a game's pretty darn big when it's known as the game on a yearly basis. What's going on, everybody? Ohio State, Michigan. Oh, it doesn't get much bigger than this, does it? Been looking forward to this one for a very long time. Big Ten East, Big Ten Conference, college football playoff implications all on the line. Let's break it down. So when I look at Ohio State, I see the best offense in the country. I see the most explosive offense in the country. I don't need stats to back me up. I see with my eyes what C.J. Stroud can do. I see with my eyes the best receiving core. I see with my eyes one of the best young running backs in the country, and the next great one in Columbus. And as this team has progressed and as they've responded to that Oregon loss that they had early in the season, I've seen them mature more both on offense and defense. Ohio State has gotten a lot better defending the run since that Oregon game. An Oregon game that they were trounced over. There's no getting around it. And that's where the first big battle comes into play, is when Michigan has the ball, they want to run the football. Hassan Haskins and Blake Corum are the guys that they want to go to. Blake's been a little banged up lately. Hassan has been their main guy, but he stepped in a big-time way, and he's delivered. So I don't think it matters who's back there. It obviously helps if they've got both guys. I don't think it matters who's back there. I still think Michigan is going to have a pretty good day running the football. This is the best rushing attack Ohio State, I should say, has faced since Oregon. Michigan State was non-existent, and that makes me, and probably the University of Michigan, a little bit more worried coming into this ball game, because Ohio State's playing at another level right now. I think it's huge that this game is not in Columbus, Ohio. I think that is a gigantic factor that Ann Arbor, Michigan is the host to this particular matchup. So, what does Michigan need to do? They need to dominate time of possession. I don't think there's any doubt about that for a couple of reasons. One, that's what they do. They run the ball, they ground and pound. And number two, you got to keep the ball out of the hands of C.J. Stroud. Best way to do that is to run the football. Eventually, Cade McNamara is going to have to make some plays. He made plays against Michigan State's pass defense, but so has every other team, close to every other team, I should say, that has played Michigan State's pass defense this year. Ohio State's a different animal. They're much improved up front. They're much improved at getting pressure on the passer. They're much improved on the secondary. They're one of the most improved units in the Big Ten Conference here this season, and they're playing at a championship level. Right? Ohio State's offense is playing really good. The defense really needs to be just okay because the offense is exploding right now. So Michigan needs to run the ball. They need to be physical. They need to control the clock, and they need touchdowns, right? I said this during the Nebraska game, right? Early in that game, they shut them out for the first 20 minutes or so. You know, Ohio State didn't score any points. Might have been longer than that, but Nebraska didn't get they didn't get field goals. They didn't get touchdowns. When you're in the red zone and you're deep in enemy territory, deep in Ohio State territory, you need touchdowns. This is not a game where you can settle for field goals. No, eventually, yeah, you're probably going to have to kick one. But you don't want to have to do that every time down, because if you do, Ohio State is going to score touchdowns and you're going to be chasing points the entire game. It's going to be so big for Michigan to score a touchdown early. Get that early advantage, gain some confidence, get the crowd into it, right? You got 100,000 plus in maize and blue. You got to get them into that game early, because if you get the crowd into it and the pass rush, which I'll get to in a minute, that could create some problems for Ohio State. Okay, David Ojabo, Aiden Hutchinson, they need to get pressure. You saw what Nebraska was able to do. Get into the pocket, disrupt C.J. Stroud, get him running around a little bit. And if Michigan can replicate that, right, they've got one of the best, if not the best, pass rush in the conference. Maybe one of the top 5 or 10 pass rushers in all of college football. They need to get in and disrupt this offense. You've seen it with Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, Dwayne Haskins. It doesn't matter who's been back there. When this Urban Meyer, Ryan Day offense, when they have a quarterback that can sit back there for 2.5, 3 seconds, they're going to pick you apart. They have the talent. It is going to happen. That's it. I'll finish this video off kind of by one thing. It is in the best interest of the Big Ten Conference for Ohio State to win. Ohio State gives the Big Ten a better chance and a better showing in the college football playoff than Michigan does. It would be great for the University of Michigan to get into the playoff. No question about it. No question. And this already has been a phenomenal season for the University of Michigan. But you know what's going to happen if Michigan loses. National pundits are going to say, well, they lost to Sparty, lost to Ohio State again. Look, no, I think it's already a great season. You go 10-2. Look, they're fine. Michigan is fine. But man, would they love to beat Ohio State. And to do that, you got to control the clock, ground and pound, keep it away from C.J. Stroud, and get a darn good pass rush to get Stroud running around. Suppose I should touch on Ohio State. This was not the last thing, by the way. What do they got to do? They just got to do what they do, right? They got to do what they do. Offensive line needs to play well, protect the quarterback, hit explosive plays. That's it. To stop Michigan, crowd the box, force Cade McNamara to beat you over the top. I want to know what you guys think. This is the big one. So much on the line. It is going to be so much fun to watch the Buckeyes and the Wolverines go at it in this big-time matchup. What are your thoughts? Who you got? Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.